The legend lives here.
Clark underneath. Scoop shot up. It's good. The basket will count. How did she do that?
Kind of good to get back in my groove a little bit.
Rebound Dowling. Ellie Muller. Pass to Tritton to Zedeker. Back to Katie Muller for three. Up good.
This is Maroon Nation.
Pull up jumper good. Dowling takes the lead.
They're battle tested. One of the things that makes Dowling special is everything we do is hard all day. These guys are always challenged.
His shot at the horn. No good. And Dowling has won it. Dowling has won it.
Dowling Catholic High School basketball is on the air. Our coverage of Dowling Catholic sports is underwritten by Ashworth Vision Clinic, Construction Professionals, Fast Signs, the Catholic Tuition Organization, Skeffington's Formal Wear, Iowa Wealth Management, and Bosun the Florist. Welcome to the Maroon Pregame Show. Here's Mark Amadeo.
And a very pleasant good evening and welcome to the Dowling Catholic High School gym in West Des Moines as we present high school girls and boys basketball Tuesday night edition, Central Iowa Metro League doubleheader, Dowling and Southeast Polk for the second time between both the girls and boys teams. Alongside Mike Burkert, I am Mark Amadeo. And Jimmy Cataldo will join us in Game 2 of the boys contest. Coach Burkert, welcome. I see you're dressed in the nines in your Notre Dame outfit. I appreciate that.
There you go.
I don't like seeing that Cardinal and gold. I get enough of that at home, and nothing against the Cardinal and gold, but I prefer seeing the good old Notre Dame colors. So thank you, Coach Burkert, for bringing that out on a Tuesday night.
You're welcome, Mark. Anything I can do for you.
Oh, you do, and you do quite a bit. And well, we got another matchup, Dowling and Southeast Polk. It's 2 games this week for the Dowling girls and boys teams. And as far as doubleheaders, the final 2 doubleheaders of the year. Friday night will be Dowling and Waukee Northwest right here at the Dowling gym. And then Saturday, the Dowling boys take on Norwalk in a non-conference game at noon, just a boys-only game here at Dowling on Saturday. But other games going on tonight, Ankeny at Waukee Northwest. These are all girl-boy doubleheaders. Johnson at Ankeny Centennial. The Johnson girls have won 70 in a row, and they're ranked number 1, taking on 11th ranked Ankeny Centennial in game 1 of their doubleheader. And Waukee is at Urbandale. Those are all girl-boy doubleheaders. The Valley boys are, I believe, in action tonight, and they are at Council Bluffs Abe Lincoln. They will start here in about 10 minutes in a non-conference boys game. So the Valley girls have the only bye out of the all 9 CIML teams. And so let's look at some of the matchups. And Mike Burkert, second time around, Dowling and Southeast Polk. The first time was a one-sided game over at the Southeast Polk gym as Dowling won that one very handily, 63-25. The Maroons were up 26-10 at halftime, and Dowling had more offensive rebounds in that game than Southeast Polk had total rebounds. 14 offensive rebounds for Dowling, just 12 total rebounds for Southeast Polk. A very one-sided game, but Southeast Polk did not play with Hallie Clark. She was out that night with an injury, and she is back tonight.
Yeah, Dowling, like you said, Mark, they out-rebounded them overall 43-12 in that game. When you mentioned, 14 offensive rebounds, they also defensively out-rebounded them 29-10, only gave them one shot, which is really important when we talk about as you go forward, is to making sure that you keep your fundamentals, you block out, and more importantly for Dowling, and again, one of their keys is if they can keep teams to one shot, get the rebound, their transition game fuels their entire offense. And if they can get down the floor, get a quick shot and a good shot, that really moves their offense, propels it forward.
Well, and the Maroons coming off a win Friday night in the game you heard right here in the Iowa Catholic Radio Network. It was a top 5 battle, and it was number 3 Dowling defeating Ankeny 63-45. The Maroons really had their way with the Hawks on Friday. Got off to a great start, did everything they want, got the ball inside. Great shooting outside by both Mullers, Ellie inside and Katie outside, and everybody else kind of took care of it. And Maroons looked for that momentum build because the girls play 2 games this week, tonight and Friday. Then they're off for 8 days, which we believe they'll be off 8 days. And they'll have a regional semifinal that Dowling will more than likely host. We say that because the 4A and 5A regional pairings come out tomorrow, and we anticipate Dowling being a number 1 seed and getting the bye the first round and having the semifinal. So we're just kind of assuming that. That's what they've done in the past. And the Maroons are in the top 8 in rankings, and that's kind of what you're based off of. So that being said, Dowling girls got 2 games this week, and then they're off for 8 days. So you really want to put your best foot forward with the you have 32 minutes tonight and 32 minutes on Friday to get ready for the first postseason game.
You do, and you're right. They played pretty well against Ankeny the other night. One of the things we've talked about is they need to find that third consistent scorer. Ellie and Katie Muller, average somewhere in the neighborhood of 17 points plus a game, and is getting that third person. And in that game, Sears had a nice game, and then Nikki Muller actually, I believe, hit 3 threes. Actually, from the same spot in the right-hand corner down here. So they need to get those 2 guys looking aggressively offensively.
Dowling girls come in with a record of 16-3. They're ranked 3rd in Class 5A. Southeast Polk this year with a record of 3 wins and 15 losses. They're fighting the 3-game losing streak. They are just 1-9 since the Christmas break, and that's not a way to go to postseason. And more than likely, the Rams are going to have a play-in game 1 week from tomorrow. It'll be a Wednesday night play-in game, and that'll be on Wednesday, February 18th. They'll be involved with the 5A first-round game. So, and they'll know their opponent tomorrow. Yeah,
and they could be a dangerous team. They're young, and if you come out and shoot lights out in a game, because they will shoot the 3, and they have some athletic girls, you can't go to sleep on them at all.
No, they do have some athletic girls. They did a lot of damage this summer when they lost their starting center, Hallie Vanderwert, 6'1" junior, and coming off a great freshman campaign. She tore her ACL last summer, rehabbing from that, and hopefully she'll be back for her senior year next year. But in the meantime, it's just been trying to plug in for head coach Brad Johnson in his 3rd year at Southeast Polk. Just trying to fill in the gaps. Got running almost an all 5-guard lineup at times. You got a couple post players that you can bring in, and this will be a different lineup than what we've seen the first time. Not because Hallie Clark's back, but we're going to see Gracie Wilson get a start tonight in the contest, and she did not start in the first meeting, along with Allie Bogwell, part of the Bogwell sisters. Allie will get the start tonight. So there's 3 new starters from when Dowling faced them earlier this year back in January 9th at Southeast Polk.
Yeah, they're trying to find the right combination, and they had a tough game and lost to Urbandale the other night, if I remember right. That's a tough one for them. But it's a matter of they just got to come out and play their game. I'm sure that they have a game plan set up that they're going to try to, my assumption is they'll try to slow Dowling down a little bit, try to take the shot clock all the way down, move the motion, and see if they can get drive to the basket. I know last year and this year, they're not shy about taking it to the basket, even against Ellie in there. I think she set a record for block shots last year, I think, in a game. Like 10 block shots or something like that. So they're not shy about doing that, and it depends on how the referees are calling things. You never know what's going to happen.
You have to have a post presence even though you don't have a true post, and that's what you're referring to with Southeast Polk, and I'm sure they will. That will more than likely happen. We're going to take a break, come back with our starting lineups. It's Dowling and Southeast Polk, the girls' game first here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network. We're live from the Dowling Catholic Gym here in West Des Moines alongside Mike Burkert. I am Mark Amadale. Our studio producer tonight is Roman Wilcom. We appreciate Roman. Fresh off the Dowling boys swim team, who are moving on to the state tournament. Congratulations to them. We'll return with starting lineups in 1 minute along the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Do you believe in the importance of Catholic education? Do you owe Iowa income tax this year? Consider a gift to the Catholic Tuition Organization to help worthy students attend Catholic schools in the diocese and receive an Iowa tax credit of 75% of your donation. If you give $1,000 to CTO, you'll receive a tax credit of $750. Pledge or donate online at ctoiowa.org. The bottom line, it's for the kids and their futures.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Ashworth Vision Clinic. Complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and urgent eye issues. 515-440-4610. ashworthvision.com.
Support for programming is provided by Construction Professionals, serving customers through a proven process, creating unique design, functionality, and artistic beauty. Construction Professionals is a Catholic family business built on a strong foundation. cpcustomhomes.com.
we're back here at the Dowling Catholic High School gym in West Des Moines. About ready to introduce our starters on the floor. Andy Krieger will take care of that, the PA announcer here at Dowling. And let's take a look at the starting lineups. First of all, for the visitors from Southeast Polk High School, their head coach is Brad Johnson in his third year as the head coach. 22 wins, 41 losses. He is assisted by Corey Borcherding and James Reth, also Shiloh McCool, Jason Stafford, and my man Kevin Burton, all helping out with the coaching staff for Southeast Polk. The Rams come in with the record, as I mentioned earlier, with a record of 3-15. They are unranked. They've averaged 45 points on offense and give up 61 points on defense, and they will start at point guard Yasana Love-Smith, a 5'5 freshman. She'll wear number 4. The other guard is Brooklyn Ruddy, 5'8 sophomore. She'll wear number 3. And their point guard, the other point guard, is Hallie Clark, a 5'5 junior, averaging 10 points, leading scorer on the team, and she will wear number 15. At one forward, Allie Bogwell, 5'9 sophomore. She'll wear number 14. And finally, the other forward is Gracie Wilson, who leads the team with made three-pointers in 20. Wilson, a 5'10 freshman, wearing number 11. Off the bench for Southeast Polk tonight, Ella Wheatley, a 5'6 sophomore, along with Sloan Gaffney, a 5'8 sophomore, and Elise Bartles, who got the start last time Dowling played the Maroons. Bartles, a 6'2 freshman, and Olivia Tui, a 5'8 senior, also started in the previous game. She's coming off the bench tonight. Tui will wear number 34. So that's a tale of the tape for the Southeast Polk Rams. Earlier, it was Dowling defeating Southeast Polk 63-25 back on Friday, January 9th at the Southeast Polk Gym. And for Dowling Catholic, their usual starting lineup they've been going with, as the Maroons come in with a record of 16-3, ranked third in Class 5A, averaging 59.5 points on offense, giving up just over 40 points on defense. The head coach is Kristen Meyer in her 10th year, 183 wins, 61 losses, assisted by Joel Danner. Audrey Faber-Francis, we hope you get better. She is not with the team tonight. Tom Donahue, Lisa Morrissey-Smith, Jonathan Vanderraw, and Logan Greiner, all part of the coaching staff. Dowling will start at point guard Katie Muller, 6'2 junior, averaging 17 points, wearing number 11, and captain. The other guard is Maddie Rice, 5'8 senior, averaging just under 6 points, and captain, wearing number 25. Third guard is Nikki Muller, 5'11 freshman, averaging 6 points, she'll wear number 21. And the other guard is Adrian Sears, a 5'10 freshman, averaging 7 points. And at center, captain Ellie Muller, 6'3 senior, averaging 17.5 points, 12 rebounds, leads the team in both categories, and she'll wear number 23. So it'll be all three Muller sisters, Katie, Nikki, and Ellie, along with Maddie Rice and Adrian Sears for Dowling Catholic tonight. And Mike Burkert, that's the tale of the tape. What are some of the keys to this contest that our listeners need to know?
Well, I think it's important for Dowling. Last time they played them, they got a little bit confused a little bit in the second quarter when Southeast Polk came out with a zone. And
forgot about that.
Yep. So I wouldn't be surprised if you see that kind of mixed in a little bit, just to change up a little bit, because it's a man-to-man or person-to-person, depending on how you look at it, I suppose. It's tough to match up against Dowling's height for Southeast Polk. So Dowling needs to identify what defense they're in and attack it patiently. Limit their turnovers. That's been an issue that we talked about throughout the year. Is they make good passes. Rebound, ball, transition, and they need to make their open shots tonight.
All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we will have the tip-off between Dowling and Southeast Polk, the girls' game coming up. But first, a word from our sponsors and our pregame prayer with Father Reed Flood, and our message from Dr. Dan Ryan, the president of Dowling Catholic High School, here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Support for programming provided by Iowa Wealth Management, a fee-only investment advisory firm helping clients grow and protect their wealth, offering personalized investment strategies as well as financial and estate planning. Learn more at iowawealth.com, committed to creating peace and purpose in your finances.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Bozen the Florist. Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, weddings, whatever the message, say more with Bozen. Bozen.com, 515-244-ROSE. Bozen makes the moment mean more. Programming supported in part by Skeffington's Formalware, in business since 1951 with locations in Des Moines, West Des Moines, Coralville, and Ankeny. Skeffington's Formalware, online at skeffingtons.com. Thank you, Skeffington's Formalware, for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio.
Fast Signs is a custom sign and visual solutions company with an extensive selection of digital signage, interior and exterior signs, banners, and vehicle wraps. Learn more at fastsigns.com. Thank you, Fast Signs in Clive, for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio.
Hi, this is Dr. Dan Ryan, president of Dowling Catholic High School, and welcome to another season of exciting Dowling High School basketball. We are proud to be partners with Iowa Catholic Radio, not only broadcasting basketball, but also being partners in preparing Christ-centered leaders for life. Go Maroons!
Hello, my name is Father Reed Flood. Let us pray together for the coaches, players, and trainers for this athletic competition this evening. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. Heavenly Father, we thank you for all your gifts. We ask that you bless all those involved in this athletic competition this evening. We ask that you keep them safe, and that they show good sportsmanship. We ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen. Saint Sebastian, pray for us. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
All right, we're back here at the Dowling Catholic High School gym in West Des Moines. About ready to tip off Dowling and Southeast Polk, a Central Iowa Metro League Conference doubleheader. Game 1, the girls contest, Class 5A. Third-ranked Dowling and unranked Southeast Polk alongside Mike Burkert. I am Mark Amadeo. I think we have some listeners tuning in tonight, Mike. I know we got some folks that like to hunker around the radio or sometimes the TV and listen in. And I know they're very loyal, but I question why they're home on a Tuesday night when there's so many more things to do, right?
Well, they might have been out doing yard work today, resting up.
You're being polite. I think some of them might have been golfing. If not today, yesterday. Is it?
Yesterday for sure.
We've got to mention our snowbirds down in Arizona and Florida and Texas. Yeah, we had some pretty good weather here yesterday. Got a record high in the 60s on Monday, and today is up in the 40s. The wind made it a little bit cooler, but nonetheless, we're underway. Dowling with the ball right to left in front of us. Dowling, the home team, in their own white uniforms. They work underneath the Ellie Moeller. Shot off the glass too strong. Gets her own rebound, put back up too strong. Gets another rebound and is whistled. A whistle and a foul. Missed the shot. So Ellie having contact in the lane, and the foul's on Brooklyn Ruddy.
And Southeast Polk started off in the 2-3 zone that time. They were able to reverse the ball, get it back into Ellie, and just missed a couple of easy 5-foot shots.
Muller makes the first of 2 free throws. 72% free throw shooter on the season, averaging 17 points, 12 rebounds. Leads the team in both categories. Her sister Katie, percentage points behind her in scoring, and second free throw good. 2-0 Dowling. As we're underway here at the Dowling Gym, Southeast Polk in their all black uniforms with gold numbers and trim with the Rams in the front. Shauna Love Smith with it. Out front to Allie Bogwell. Now they work it down to Hallie Clark. Stops at the right block, guarded by Sears. Dowling in man-to-man. Underneath, the pass goes to Love Smith. And she can't get off the shot. 10 on the shot clock. So here's a near steal by Nikki Muller on that pass to Yasana Love Smith. Brooklyn Ruddy, Yasana Love Smith, along with Gracie Wilson, Hallie Clark. 5 on the floor for Southeast Polk and Allie Bogwell. Clark with it, stops the right elbow, dribble handoff goes to Bogwell. Allie for 3, it's no good, missed everything. Rebounded by Katie Muller. Outlet pass down to her sister, and she threw it away. Lead pass to Ellie. She ran the post route, and she threw the curl route. So pass is incomplete. Turnover against Dowling.
Yeah, it's one of those again. Just be patient. You're going to get good shots, I think, tonight.
All right, Southeast Polk with the basketball. They get a shot in the lane that's no good. Dowling outlet pass to the other end of the court, and the ball stolen away on the baseline by Allie Bogwell, but out of bounds to Dowling as the Maroons lead it 2-0 as 6:40 remaining here in the first quarter. Here at the Dowling Gym. Glad you could join us as we interrupt our regular scheduled program for Tuesday night high school girls and boys basketball. Inbounds pass goes to Katie Muller, and a three-pointer from the right wing, good. Dowling up 5-0 over the Rams. Southeast Polk the other way, reverse layup, good. That's Hallie Clark with the reverse layup. She's headed to UNO to play college softball, and Clark with a near steal on the pass to Sears. Dowling gets it back. 2-3 zone by Southeast Polk. Three-pointer by Katie Muller, no good. Ball slapped around, and Maddie Rice comes away with it. Gets it to Ellie Muller. Maroons get a brand new shot clock. Here's Sears with it. Adrian guarded by Hallie Clark. Skip pass over to Rice. Now to Katie Muller underneath to her sister, and the ball knocked out of bounds. Good help defense that time by the Rams. Mike, is Allie Bogwell.
Yeah, it looks like the zone offense is a little rusty here to start with.
Probably hadn't had to use it for about a month.
That's true. Although I do know they have been practicing it, assuming that people have watched that tape for a little bit.
We got a pushing foul on Gracie Wilson of Southeast Polk. That's the second team foul on the Rams. 5-2, Dowling with the lead. Rice will throw it in, gets it to Katie Muller. To Sears, now back to Katie on the baseline. Drives baseline, stops underneath. The cutter is Maddie Rice. Her shot up and no good, and the rebound cleared out of there by Ruddy. Maroons had a good look at it, just couldn't hit the shot. There's Bogwell with it. In the lane to Clark. Her shot no good, gets her own rebound. The ball knocked out of bounds off Clark. So it'll be Dowling basketball. And the Rams will pick up man-to-man here in this set, it looks like. Mike, we'll see if they jump into 2-3 zone. No, they won't.
Yeah, just kind of matched up as it's coming across.
Underneath to Ellie Muller. Right block, layup is good. Turns on that right block and scores. Ellie Muller with her fourth point. That's her first field goal, and she has 4 points.
Yeah, it looks like if they can enter it from the wing, it takes away the front side help, and she's able to shoot over the top.
And Yasana Love Smith with the three. The freshman scores. Now here's a steal by Ruddy of Southeast Polk. Entry pass to the right block, stolen away by the Rams. With it is Bogwell. This is Allie Bogwell. Her sister Izzy off the bench. And a long three, up good. That's Gracie Wilson with her 21st made three of the year. And the Rams lead by 1. 8-7 over Dowling. 4.5 to go, first quarter. Sears now to Muller on the right block. Looking for a cutter. Ellie stops, dribbles, pivots in the lane. Turnaround shot up, good. Ellie Muller shoots and scores. That's her 6 point. Rams did not help on her that time. They went with single coverage.
No, that time she got a little bit lucky because I think that she kind of pushed off.
Long three up and good by Brooklyn Ruddy.
That's 3 consecutive 3-point shots made by Southeast Polk.
11-9 Rams. Southeast Polk by 2. Dowling in the front court. Here's Katie Muller. Guarded by Wilson. Now to Sears. Skip pass over to Nikki Muller for 3. It's no good. Offensive rebound, Ellie Muller. Her shot up and no good. And a whistle and a foul on Allie Bogwell, and that'll be her first foul. Third team foul on the Rams here in the first quarter. It's 11-9. Southeast Polk by 2. With 3:33 left to go here in the first quarter. Ellie Muller with 2 free throws. First one up and good. Tonight's game in the Iowa Catholic Radio Network brought to you in part by Ashworth Vision Clinic, Bozen the Florist, Iowa Wealth Management, and Construction Professionals. A couple substitutions in for Dowling. Tess Carmichael and Olivia Meredith both in. Carmichael a sophomore, Meredith a junior. Second free throw good by Ellie Muller. She has 8 points to lead Dowling. Tied at 11. Now here's a three-pointer up and no good by Love Smith. Rebound Dowling. Katie Muller underneath to Olivia Meredith. Kicks it out to Carmichael. They skip it around the horn. Now here's Katie Muller. Dribbles to a spot. Leaves it for her sister. Pull-up jumper from 15. No good. Katie Muller. Offensive rebound and putback. No good. Tip by Katie. No good. Gets her own rebound. A brand new shot clock and dribbles out of it. There's Carmichael with it. For Dowling, guarded by Gracie. Underneath to Meredith. Olivia turns, and her shot up and no good. Drew the foul. And that'll be on Brooklyn Ruddy, her second.
Yeah, one of the disadvantages of that 2-3 zone is that you don't have somebody to block out. And Dowling's got 4 offensive rebounds in their first 9 possessions.
So Olivia Meredith, the free throw line. She is 3 for 5 from the line on the year, shooting at 60%. First free throw good. Tonight's game in the Iowa Catholic Radio Network, brought to you in part by Fast Signs in Clyde, the Catholic Tuition Organization, and Skeffington's Formal Wear. So Dowling going 3 Mullers along Carmichael and Meredith. In the lineup, second free throw by Olivia Meredith, no good. Good box out by Southeast Polk. And Elise Bartles in for the first time tonight with the rebound for the Rams. 12-11 Dowling. Rams with it between the circles. Gracie Wilson, dribble handoff, goes to Clark. Hallie picks up her dribble on the right side. Now to Sloan Gaffney, who just checked in. Gaffney, a 5'8 sophomore. 10 on the shot clock. Underneath, the pass by Bartles. Had a better chance at shooting the ball instead of passing, Mike. And she passed it and is tipped out of bounds. 6 on the shot clock as the Rams inbound the ball.
Yeah, she had a lane to the basket there, but I think the shadow of Ellie Muller caused her not to.
Good point. Now here's a shot up and no good by Gracie Wilson on the baseline. Rebound Dowling. Katie Muller, that's a logo 3, and it's good. Wow. Right wing 3 by Katie Muller. That is her second 3 of the night. She has 6 points. Dowling up 4. 15-11. 2 minutes to play. First quarter here at the Dowling Catholic Gym. Game 1 of our girl-boy doubleheader. Southeast Polk with the basketball. Clark with it. Hallie dribbles down the left side, puts up a shot up and good. The basket will count, and a foul on Dowling. Olivia Meredith will commit the foul, as they will count the basket by Hallie Clark, and a nice move by Hallie, picking up her 4th point.
Yeah, it was a nice move going down the left side there with a left-handed layup and drew the foul.
Moves back to their starting lineup, or 2 of their starters come back in. Maddie Rice and Adrian Sears as Nikki Muller and Olivia Meredith check out. First team foul on Dowling, 4 on Southeast Polk. Free throw good by Clark. 69% free throw shooter on the year.
Southeast Polk in a full court press on him.
Dowling breaks a press, 2-on-1 fast break. They get it to Rice, kicks it out to Muller. Now to Katie Muller, fakes the 3. In the corner to Rice, gets it in the right block to Ellie Muller. Her shot off the glass, good. Too much Ellie Muller, and Sloan Gaffney at 5'8 was guarding her in the post.
Yeah, Southeast Polk doesn't have anybody with the height to defend her inside if they play on her backside.
10 points for Ellie Muller, 17-14, Dowling by 3. Rams with the basketball. There's Gaffney with it. Swings the ball left wing to Bartles. Bartles looking inside, now gets it to Love Smith. Yasana dribbles baseline, guarded by Sears. Can't get off the shot. 8 on the shot clock, a minute to play. Corner 3, up and short by Gracie Wilson. Rebound Dowling and Katie Muller. Out to Sears. Over to Carmichael. To Maddie Rice, back to Carmichael. 45 in the shot clock, 25 in the shot clock, 45 in the game clock. Here is Katie Muller for 3 right in front of Southeast Polk, and it's good. Katie Muller with her 9th point on 3 threes here this evening. It's 20-14. Dowling with its largest lead at 6 in the last 25 seconds of the first quarter as the shot clock is turned off here, Mike.
Yeah, Dowling had a nice offensive set that time. They set the screen across on the top person on the zone and free her up for that 3-point shot.
They did. Several passes and then the shot. Rams with it. Here's Gaffney, swings it over. Here's Clark in the lane, puts up a shot. It's no good. Rebound, Ellie Muller. Outlet pass goes to Maddie Rice, stolen away by Smith. Love Smith with the steal, and the horn goes off, and we've come to the end of the first quarter here at the Dowling Catholic Gym. Our score, Dowling 20, Southeast Polk 14. Alongside Mike Burkert, I am Mark Amadeo. Roman Wilkham is our studio producer tonight. Back with the second quarter in 1 minute as you're listening to Dowling Catholic basketball on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Remember, O man, that you are dust, and to dust you shall return. These words we hear each Ash Wednesday to remind us of our death and judgment awaiting us all. While our bodies are the source of so much focus in our culture, they will decay into dust till they are ultimately resurrected or reunited with our souls at the end of the world. God has granted exceptions to this, however, in the incorruptibles, those saints whose bodies are miraculously preserved intact after death as a visible sign of their holiness. These miracles have withstood in-depth scientific and medical examinations that rule out any possible hoaxes and make clear that they are entirely distinct from bodies preserved through extreme temperatures or mummification. When St. Bernadette Soubirous was examined in 1909, 30 years after her death, her body appeared the same as when she had been alive. It was odorless, her skin was supple and had coloration, while the rosary in her hands had rusted over. Today, her body can still be observed, and pilgrims state that she looks as if she were merely asleep. And then take St. Anthony of Padua. Years after his death, his body had decayed, but God had preserved the great preacher's tongue alone. Those present reported that it was perfectly pink. This is Greg Ewell for Faith Check.
Back here at the Dowling Catholic Gym in West Des Moines. Tuesday night, high school girls and boys basketball. Central Iowa Metro League basketball. I mentioned some of the other games going on tonight. Johnston and their 70-game winning streak at Ankeny Centennial. These are all girl-boy doubleheaders. Ankeny at Waukee Northwest and Waukee at Urbandale, all girl-boy doubleheaders. Boys game, Valley on the road at Council Bluffs, Abe Lincoln. Rams get off the first shot of the second quarter. It's up and no good. Maroons come away with the rebound. We'll get our first quarter statistics here in a moment, with Dowling leading 20-14. And now in the corner, three-pointer up and good by Sears. Adrienne Sears with her first three of the night, and her 17th made three of the year. And Maroons up 23-14, 9-point lead, their largest of the night. Dowling 5 of 6 the free throw line. And Southeast Polk 1 for 1. And now here's a shot in the lane, no good. Dowling with an outlet pass to Maddie Rice, layup no good. Yasana Love Smith comes away with the rebound and dribbles in the front court. And the Rams will set their offense. Here is Gracie Wilson, who got the start tonight. And she'll launch. The shot is partially blocked by Sears, rebounded by Ellie Muller. Ellie in the front court to her sister Katie, now to Maddie Rice. Rice underneath to Muller, layup good. Good feed by Maddie Rice, and we've got a timeout. We'll get our statistics in. This will be a 30-second timeout called by Southeast Polk. 25-14 Dowling, and Ellie Muller with 12 first half points. Mike Burkert, you got the first quarter statistics.
Sure. Yeah, for Dowling in the first quarter, they were 6 of 11 from the field overall for 55%. They were 3 of 5 from the three-point range. All three of those were hit by Katie Muller. Like you mentioned, 5 out of 6 free throws. They had 9 total rebounds, 4 offensive, 5 defensive. They had 3 turnovers. For Southeast Polk, they were 5 of 10 overall, 50%. They were 3 of 5 from three-point range, 1 of 2 from the foul line. They just had 2 rebounds. They had 0 turnovers in the first quarter. I think the difference, Southeast Polk in that first game only shot 22%. And in this game, so far they shot 50% in the first quarter. So that's why it was a 20-14 first quarter score.
And the Rams had 3 different players make a three-point basket. Ruddy, Love Smith, and Wilson. Allie Clark, the leading scorer, has 5 points on a pair of field goals and a free throw. And Allie Bogwell, who got the start tonight, is yet to score for the Rams. For Dowling, Katie Muller with 9 points. Her older sister Ellie with 12 points. Olivia Meredith off the bench with 1 point. And Adrienne Sears with 3 points. Maddie Rice yet to score. And now Southeast Polk with the basketball. They try to work it inside to Clark, and the pass is stolen away by Sears. Adrian down the lane, layup up and good. She went around Clark, and then she had one more player to beat, and that was Elise Bartles for the basket.
Yeah, she made the steal and took it right down before they got the defense set up and was able to drive right to the basket.
Now Love Smith underneath. Her shot no good, but drew the foul, and Yasana will go to the free throw line for Southeast Polk. Nikki Muller with the foul on Dowling. That'll be the first team foul on Dowling here in the second quarter. Rams have yet to commit a foul as they reset the fouls at the end of each quarter, as they do in women's college basketball. Tremendous rule. First free throw no good by Love Smith. She has 3 points tonight. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Construction Professionals, Ashworth Vision Clinic, Iowa Wealth Management, and Bozen the Florist. Second free throw no good. Ellie Muller with the rebound. Nearly lost her balance, but hauled it in. Rams are 1 for 3 tonight at the line. Dowling with the ball. Here's Sears with it, guarded by Clark. I like that matchup, those two. Now underneath to Ellie Muller. Her shot no good. Ball tipped out of bounds as Maddie Rice went to the offensive rebound and knocked it out. As Tess Carmichael and Olivia Meredith check in. And Adrian Sears and Ellie Muller check out of the Dowling lineup.
Yeah, Dowling has probably their best defensive lineup in there right now, outside of having Ellie on the bench, though.
You got your leading shot blocker on the bench. How could that be the best lineup on the floor?
You got a lot of quick people out there right now.
There you go. We're just not going to recognize shot blockers here. Apparently.
But they just blocked the shot.
And then Katie Muller blocks the shot on a turnaround shot in the lane by Bartles. Rebound comes out to Dowling. Maddie Rice, corner three. It's up, no good. Offensive rebound, Meredith. Power dribble, leaves it for Rice. Kicks it out to Katie Muller for three. It's off the back iron, no good. Meredith keeps it alive. Olivia now has the ball stolen away, loose on the floor. Jump ball to be Dowling possession with 5:24 to go here in the second quarter. Maroons lead it 27-14 over Southeast Polk. And the Maroons will have an inbounds opportunity here, Mike, with 31 on the shot clock underneath their own basket. All right, here's Katie Muller throwing it in. Gets it into Rice. Back to Katie Muller for three in the corner. It's no good. And the rebound, Allie Bogwell. Rams in the front court. Bogwell. Dribble handoff to Ruddy. Olivia Toohey checking in, 5'8" senior, who was a starter the last time these two teams played. There's a shot off the glass, too strong by Bogwell. Rebound Dowling. Katie Muller in transition. Dribbles in the lane. Jump stop. Pull-up jumper up and good. Hits the back of the rim and rolls through. Katie Muller with her 11th point. And a timeout, Southeast Polk. This might be the 1-minute version. If it is, we'll take it with them. 30-second. We'll keep it here with 4:52 to go. Second quarter, Dowling 29 and Southeast Polk 14. Alongside Mike Burkert, Mark Hamadale. What do you see there, Coach? Rams are hanging around, but the Maroons trying to separate themselves a little more.
Yeah, Dowling has started off the second quarter on a 9-0 run. Southeast Polk has gone 7 consecutive possessions to start the quarter without scoring. And in fact, they went the last 2, so they've gone 9 consecutive possessions without scoring, and that's not a way to try to stay in the game, especially with the firepower that Dowling can put at you.
Want to get well wishes to Audrey Faber, now Audrey Francis. Still call her Faber.
I know you do.
And she has her logo or her imprint at the Southeast Polk gym floor where that infamous shot that she made when Bob and Sharon were coaching her. And you were on that bench. And
I was there.
I was there too. I was up behind you guys, on that track that we call it. Here's a steal by Dowling, a layup up and good by Ellie Muller, and the pass from Olivia Meredith there. So we want to wish Audrey Faber get well wishes. Hopefully her husband Riley's taking care of her. She's under the weather a little bit, and hope she recovers quickly. And we'll see her Friday night, hopefully, as a shot in the lane, no good by Southeast Polk. Maroons lead at 31-14. Here's Sears. Pass goes underneath to Ellie Muller. Can't get off the shot. Leaves it for her sister Nikki for three. It's off the mark, no good. Olivia Meredith with the offensive rebound and put back up and good. And you might be exactly right about that defensive team that's out there with Olivia Meredith, as she was right around the ball and scores her third point.
Yeah, again, that's the downfall of the zone. You don't have any blockouts.
And here's Carmichael with the block shot. Ruddy's shot was blocked by Carmichael, and Tess comes away with it for the Maroons. To Nikki Muller. Now to Sears. 3.5 to go, second quarter. Maroons 33, Southeast Polk 14. Gets Ellie Muller, right block. Little scoop shot off the glass, good, as she went right around Allie Bogwell. Muller with 16 points for Ellie.
Dowling's on a 15-0 run here.
35-14 Maroons. Largest lead for Dowling right now at 21 points, with approaching the 3-minute mark. Here is Bogwell for three. It's no good. Rebound Ellie Muller. Maroons running again. Ollie leads a break. Tries to pass underneath to her sister Nikki, and it's kicked out of bounds off a Southeast Polk player as Ella Wheatley enters the contest for the first time. Number 10, a 5'6" sophomore, replacing Yasana Love Smith. And Sloan Gaffney checking out. And checking in will be Gracie Wilson.
Yeah, this is reminiscent of the third quarter for the first game where Dowling outscored them 24-4 to kind of spread that one out.
Dowling inbounds the ball. Here's Sears going baseline, shot off the glass, up and good. Got around her defender and got the inside position. Adrian Sears with all 7 of her points in the second quarter, 37-14 Dowling. Wins by 23. 2:35 remaining here in the second quarter. Southeast Polk with the ball, left to right towards the north basket. Here's Wheatley dribbling baseline. And they're going to get her for the travel. She drug her pivot foot. Turnover against the Rams. Top 10 in Class 5A. Of course, we'll have new rankings tomorrow. And Classes 4A and 5A will get their brackets. Johnson, number 1 team, followed by Waukee Northwest. Dowling Catholic 3rd, Ankeny 4th, and Cedar Rapids, Washington 5th. 6 through 10 as Cedar Falls, Iowa City Liberty, Valley, Iowa City High, and Iowa City West. And that's Ellie Muller underneath, getting loose for her 18th point. Now the Rams the other way. Ball loose on the floor, stolen away by Sears, and they say she traveled with the basketball. Says one of our officials, and this we should mention our 3 officials tonight: Mark Vanderhaar, James Solt, and Cole Osterhaus. Thank you for being here, gentlemen. And they'll stick around and do the boys' game. Rams inbound the ball, get a brand new shot clock following the traveling call. Here's Clark underneath, guarded by Sears. Layup up, no good, and they're going to get Adrian for the foul, and Clark back to the free throw line. I like how she attacks the rim.
She did. She got the ball, turned the corner, and went right to the basket.
On Sears, that's her first foul. Clark has 5 points and is 1 for 1 at the free throw line. First free throw up and good. Hallie shooting nearly 70% at the line. Did her mom, Kristen Sling, shoot that well, or her Aunt Tana shoot that well, Mike? Do you remember? Second free throw no good by
I would say
Clark.
For sure Tana did. And if Kristen didn't, it was like 69%.
Just wondering about that. You never know about those softball pitchers. Here's a corner 3 by Dowling the other way. It's no good by Sears, and she's hit and dropped as she hits the 3 and then fouled by Gracie Wilson. Count the basket. So a 3-point basket by Sears. That's her second of the quarter, and she'll have an and one here, and she took a tumble. That's why her and Olivia Meredith, Adrian Sears and Olivia Meredith, on the flag football team here at Dowling.
Oh, that's right. I heard about that.
That's right.
Tom Donahue was telling me about I didn't know about Sears, but I knew about Meredith.
Adrian, well, this will be her first year, but Adrian likes it. She's going to play it and completes the 4-point play. So Sears tonight has 11 points, all in the first quarter.
It's that third scorer we were talking about before the game started.
There you go, 43-15 Dowling. Rams with the basketball underneath. Shot with the left hand, no good by Ruddy. Outlet pass to Meredith. Dowling gets the ball down court. He tried getting underneath to Maddie Rice. Stolen away by Ruddy. Turnover against the Maroons. Southeast Polk the other way. They try a backdoor cut. Try to feed it to Hallie Clark, and it's knocked out of bounds off the Maroons. Minute 15 remaining. First half. We'll be joined by Dowling boys basketball coach Justin Einertson. Rams inbound the ball. They get it to Bartles. Not a Ruddy. Backs in the lane. Her shot blocked by, well, either Katie or Ellie Muller. One of the two. Rebound Dowling. Outlet pass down court. Layup good. That's Molly Austin in the basketball game for the first time. Shoots and scores. Boy, if you were a stat guy, would you give the block to Ellie or Katie Muller? Because she had to go over both of them. I couldn't tell from here.
I probably would give it to Katie because she was closer to the shooter.
There you go. Timeout on the floor, and they're going to say a minute. We'll take it with them. 1 minute break, 45-15. Dowling with the lead over Southeast Polk back in 1 minute along the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Ashworth Vision Clinic. Complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and urgent eye issues. 515-440-4610. AshworthVision.com.
The Catholic Tuition Organization, your sponsor today, supports worthy students wanting a Catholic education. Gifts to CTO are first monies applied to tuition expenses in the Diocese of Des Moines. That means other sources of support will go further. Donations to CTO earn a 75% Iowa tax credit. If you give $1,000, you receive a tax credit of $750. Pledge or donate online at ctoiowa.org. The bottom line, it's for the kids and their futures.
Support for programming is provided by Construction Professionals, serving customers through a proven process, creating unique design, functionality, and artistic beauty. Construction Professionals is a Catholic family business built on a strong foundation. cpcustomhomes.com.
All right, we're back here at the Dowling Catholic Gym. Tuesday night, high school girls and boys basketball. And it's Class 5A girls basketball in the Central Iowa Metro League. Dowling leading by 30, 45-15. Out of the Southeast Polk timeout. A shot in the lane, no good by Olivia Toohey. Offensive rebound, Southeast Polk. Here's Love Smith with it down the lane. And underhand scoop shot, good. Nice move by Yasana Love Smith. That's her 5th point of the night. 45-17, Dowling with the lead. Shot clock turned off. 25 seconds remaining in the first half. There's Katie Muller, right block. Skip pass over in the corner to Molly Austin for 3. It's no good. Offensive rebound out to Nikki Muller, and she can't save it from going out of bounds. It'll be Southeast Polk basketball. Mike Burkert with 17.5 seconds remaining, and maybe one final shot for the Rams.
It's been a 25-7 or 25-5 quarter. This one.
Yeah, the Maroons led 20-14.
Or 3.
And yeah, only 3 points for. Here's Clark with it in the lane. Goes up against Katie Muller. Her shot no good. Rebound Katie Muller, and we go to halftime with Dowling leading 45-17 over Southeast Polk as the Maroons hold Southeast Polk to 1 field goal and 1 free throw in the second quarter. We'll take a 1-minute break, come back with our halftime guest. That is Justin Einertson, the Dowling boys basketball coach. Preview the Dowling Southeast Polk boys game for the second time this year. Those two teams will play in game number 2. Right now at halftime, the Dowling girls leading Southeast Polk 45-17 alongside Mike Burkert. I am Mark Amadeo. Back with more from the Dowling Gym here on Iowa Catholic Radio.
This is Dale Ahlquist with a Chesterton Minute. G.K. Chesterton says, "It is a very common phrase of modern intellectualism to say that the morality of one age can be entirely different to the morality of another. And like a great many other phrases of modern intellectualism, it means literally nothing at all. There has been a revolt against Christian morality, and where there has not been a return of Christian mysticism, it has been a return of the mysticism without the Christianity. But I believe that the moralists arguing with the immoralists will have the best of the argument, because men cannot argue without doctrine any more than they can fight without discipline. Want more than a minute? Visit us at chesterton.org.
And we're back here at the Dowling Catholic High School Gym, West Des Moines. Alongside Mike Burkert, I am Mark Amadale. We're at halftime of the girls' game. Dowling leading 45-17 over Southeast Polk. And now joined by Justin Einertson, the Dowling boys basketball coach, as his team gets set to take on, for the second time this year, the Southeast Polk Rams and head coach Dave Stubbs. Coach Einertson, welcome. And here we are. This is what, number 5 in a row at home? Boy, this feels good, doesn't it? After all those road games we had, we were in everybody else's gym. Now we're on the home stretch.
Yeah, I prefer being here, putting my coat in the same place, parking in about the same spot. That's nice. We're getting used to it. You know, we get on the road once before the playoffs start, but the timing of all this is pretty great.
Certainly is, and what a homestand you have this week. You have 3 games for the Dowling boys. The girls have the 2 tonight against Southeast Polk, Friday night against Waukee Northwest, but you take on Norwalk at noon on Saturday right here in the Dowling Catholic Gym. So a 3-gamer this week.
Yeah, I mean, this is our last 3-game week until hopefully the state tournament. So we want to, you know, it's good to get those reps in. We had a couple earlier on in the season, and it's a different kind of mental task. So it's good, I think, this time of year to mix in a couple of them.
Yeah, and you're coming off a tremendous win Friday night over Ankeny. A great game to watch, packed house. A little bit of everything in the game, a lot of emotion, and that's kind of what you want to play for, under tempered emotion. But tell you what, your kids came away with it. They know they can play in that environment. Tonight you're going to play Southeast Polk. Maybe not quite the environment of Friday night, but a Rams team that's improving, and they're in every game they played under Coach Stubbs in his first year. But you had your issues with them earlier in January when Dowling was over there. But tonight, we're going to see a pretty decent lineup out of Southeast Polk.
Yeah, it's a really talented group. Obviously, they had a lot of move-ins, and those guys they're talented. So you mix it with Emmanuel Titi, who's really quick. It's a tough matchup. You look at who they played and what they've done. I mean, they went to double overtime with Johnston, lost by 1. They had a shot to beat Ankeny that rimmed out underneath the basket. So, it's a maturity test. I think I've said that for 2 years, but every single one of these types of games is a test of how locked in are you going to be. Obviously we had a really high emotional game Friday. I would assume Friday will be a high emotional game as well. A mature team would come out and play with that same type of emotion tonight.
Well, you hope so. I know, the rotation you had Friday was senior night rotation. You brought Alfred off the bench, and maybe that's what he should do, come off the bench, because look what he did. He just took over the game once he got in, and I know you like to go big, but you went small to start with on Friday night, and Alfred Coley had a tremendous night.
Yeah, well, there's two ways to look at it. We were down 12-4 by the time he got in the game, about 3 minutes in.
That's right.
But once he got in, we couldn't take him back out, so he got pretty comfortable out there on the floor and had a big night. We've seen Alfred improve week to week throughout his career, and Friday was a monster step forward. So if we see that guy, we're talking about a real threat in the playoffs.
Got a question for you, Coach.
All right.
So philosophies here. I grew up in Indianapolis, so I was exposed to a number of different coaching philosophies in Indiana with Bobby Knight and John Wooden. Who, as you grew up and as you kind of developed your coaching philosophy, what coaches did you kind of emulate in developing what your philosophy is?
Well, the first one would be my Uncle Ron. So my great uncle Ron Einerson used to hold the record for wins in Wisconsin. He's in the Hall of Fame up there. Won a few state titles at Neenah in Wisconsin. That would be one. Two are easy. Dick Bennett, who was the Badgers coach. He was the Phoenix coach in Green Bay, pretty close to where I grew up, and then the Badgers coach for a number of years. And then Bo Ryan took over, and we have some loose family ties with him. Like, I wouldn't say I'm tight with anyone in his family, but there's people in my family that are. We named our son after him. So those three guys really stick out. As I got older, Jerry Dryman was my first boss at Clark. I learned a ton from him. And then I worked for Mark Adams, who is the Texas Tech head coach for a couple years down in Texas. I feel like everyone I've been around has given me something really great. Coach Schaefer at Grandview, there's a couple of concepts. Toughness wins games is his big thing. And, man, you look at us, and that's pretty much our whole philosophy without saying those three words. So, there's a number of them, but I would start and probably finish with Uncle Ron. It was pretty cool to see him work that hard and find that type of success and be that passionate about coaching.
Okay, good. Yeah, I agree. I think that the coaches you have when you're growing up, developing, just your high school coach.
We had a good one in Two Rivers too. Coach Wagner won a ton of games. I don't think he ever won a game at the state tournament, but for a small blue-collar town in Wisconsin, I thought he did an awesome job. What's funny about him is I grew up in a really defensive system, or his system was very offensive, but I watched all these coaches that were very defensive. So had a lot of respect for Coach Wagner. I know he still tunes in every now and then from up in Two Rivers, which is pretty neat.
Yeah, I know. Same with me. I did it for 35 years here. So I had, Bob and Sharon and John Wilkinson and Bob and Sharon again, and just a ton of people that were assistants to me during at different times. And you learn a lot from those people, from their experiences, and how to work with kids. So
best shooting coach I've ever seen was 80 years old when he was on staff at Two Rivers. Warren Otto. He was there since about the 40s. So that's kind of neat. A lot of that stuff still you can carry over to today.
A shooting coach. Back in those days, they shot free throws underhand, and it's amazing you say that, Coach.
He used to say offense because he was around basketball so long. That's what they called it when he started. But Yeah, he did teach some underhand free throws, and we had some guys at the JV level that did it because they weren't able to hit it any. You know what? That reminds me. We got a couple guys right now that may need to go underhand. It's about time.
But that's interesting because I think when I first came out here, there was a guy that did a clinic at Hoover. I think I'm going to try layman. And while he talked to you about shooting, he shot. Mm-hmm. And he didn't miss a shot while he's talking and he's looking at the crowd and he stopped and shoot. The entire hour, he didn't miss a shot while he's explaining to you how to shoot it.
That's incredible.
It was.
We need more of that.
Yep,
more
we need
shooting.
a couple of those out here for free throws.
All right, well, Coach, best of luck tonight. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you on the postgame show, I hope, on a Tuesday night postgame. And
yes, sir.
What are the keys for the Maroons to be successful against this Southeast Polk boys team in Game 2?
Now, there's a good question. We had one shot in the paint our first time around in the first half, and we shot it really well from 3, which is nice. But I think playing through the post first is going to give us a lot of success tonight. It's a good team. It's a big team. It's an athletic team, but we got to impose our will inside.
Okay, when you say post, which post? Charlie or Alfred?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
Any of them.
Perfect. Any of them.
Either and a guard too, maybe.
Hey, this is the only team to out-rebound us this year as well, so our guys are pretty fired up to hear that when we announced it yesterday.
Didn't realize that.
Yep.
All right. Coach, thank you. Best of luck. Thanks for joining us. That's Justin Einerson, Dowling boys basketball coach, joining us here at halftime. We're going to take a 1-minute break, come back with the second half of the girls contest, and we'll have first half statistics and scoring. Our score at halftime, Dowling 45, Southeast Polk 17 in the CIML girls contest here in Game 1. Back in 1 minute along the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Programming supported in part by Scuffington's Formal Wear, in business since 1951 with locations in Des Moines, West Des Moines, Coralville, and Ankeny. Scuffington's Formal Wear, online at scuffingtons.com. Thank you, Scuffington's Formal Wear, for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio.
It's the Catholic Morning Show with Bo Bonner, Matt Wilkham, Aiden Pugh, and Alexia Baker.
This is Bo Bonner. Coming up Wednesday, lead producer Pierre Farragut shares the inspiration behind Bernadette the Musical ahead of its Midwest premiere. We'll highlight the upcoming Forge Conference happening in Des Moines. We'll have another Olympic update, plus all the news, weather, and Saint of the Day info to help kickstart your day.
The Catholic Morning Show, weekdays at 7, only on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network, connecting people to Christ.
KIHS, Perry, KDVM, Mason City, KCSL, Spencer.
The radio home for your Dowling Catholic Maroons. 105.5 KIHS, Perry, Des Moines. IowaCatholicRadio.com and the Iowa Catholic Radio mobile app. Encounter Jesus.
Back here at the Dowling Catholic Gym in West Des Moines. Both teams switch baskets. Southeast Polk going right to left towards the south basket. Rams in their all black uniforms with gold trim and numbers. Dowling with the ball as they just took advantage of a turnover. They get it inside to Ellie Muller. Layup good. The assist to her sister Katie Muller, and Ellie with 20 points. And the Maroons lead it 47-17. Dowling by 30. Keep in mind the running clock begins at 35, the mercy rule for Federation basketball. And here's a three-point shot that's partially blocked by Nikki Muller. Love Smith had her shot blocked. Dowling with the rebound. They worked it inside and tipped out of bounds off of Southeast Polk here, Mike.
Yeah, if Dowling's just patient here, they're going to get any shot that they want. It was when they kind of push it a little bit. When it's not there, that's when they have problems right now.
In the first half, Dowling 6 of 7 at the free throw line. Southeast Polk just 2 of 5. And now on the right block, Ellie Muller, a shot up and no good, and rebounded by Southeast Polk. And they lose the ball in the back court as Gracie Wilson couldn't handle the pass, went off her foot and out of bounds. So Dowling will get the ball as we're under 7 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Rams went 2 of 5 at the free throw line. Their leading scorer was Hallie Clark with 6 points in the first half. Isana Love Smith with 5. And now underneath, layup good. Off the inbounds pass by Adrian Sears, who has 13 points in this contest.
Nice out of bounds play. Nice screen across, and Adrian got wide open for the layup.
Here's Ruddy with it. Kicks it back out to Bogwell. Down the lane, shot off the glass good. Had to get it above Ellie Muller, and she did. Allie Bogwell with the basket, and that is her first basket of the night. She has 2 points. 49-19. Dowling with the lead and the basketball. 6.5 to go. Rice's pass inside Ellie Muller. Slapped away by Bogwell, and now Nikki for three. Nikki Muller for three. It's no good. A rebound Dowling, and the Maroons get a brand new shot clock. There's Maddie Rice on the cut. Gets it out to Katie Muller for three. Good, right in front of us, and we could tell it was lined up perfectly. Katie Muller with her 14th point.
It was lined up. It was a nice pass by Maddie Rice to get her to that spot.
Now underneath, Clark with the basket. Allie Clark with her 8th point. Shoots and scores. 52-21 Dowling. The Maroons get the ball underneath. Katie Muller got a little too deep as her shot was just a little bit short. And a rebound out to Southeast Polk. 5:40 remaining third quarter. 52-21 Dowling. Here's Clark with it. Gets it back in the corner to Wilson. 10-footer no good on the baseline. Tipped out of bounds off Dowling. And let's run through the scoring for the Maroons. Ellie Muller right now with 20 points. 14 points for Katie Muller. Adrian Sears with 13 points. 3 points for Olivia Meredith off the bench. Molly Austin with 2 points off the bench. And Maddie Rice is yet to score. And Tess Carmichael did not score. That's the Dowling scoring in the first half. Mike Burkert will get the first half stats here in a moment. Southeast Polk with the ball. 10 on the shot clock. Here's Bogwell for three. Good from the top of the key. Bogwell held scoreless in the first half. Has 5 points here in the third quarter. 52-24 Dowling. 5:10 to go, third quarter. Here's Carmichael with it to Ellie Muller. Looking for a cutter. Gets it to her sister. Katie, her shot with the left hand no good. Gets her own rebound. Put back up and no good and drew the foul. Free throws coming for Katie Muller. Now, Mike, our first half statistics, please.
Yeah, in the first half, Dowling shot 17 out of 30 overall, which is 57%. They were 9 of 11 from the 2-point range in the second quarter, and that really stretched it out there. 6-7 free throw line. They had 25 rebounds, 9 offensive, 16 defensive. They had 5 turnovers. While Dowling was shooting the ball well, Southeast Polk was 1 of 13 in the second quarter, which is 7%. Overall, they were 6 of 23 for 26%. I had them 2 of 6 from the free throw line. They had 6 rebounds and 4 turnovers.
Katie Muller goes 1 for 2 at the free throw line. She has 15 points. Southeast Polk with the ball. Corner 3 on the left side. No good by Brooklyn Ruddy. And the rebound out to Dowling. Ellie Muller to her sister Katie and overthrew her just a bit. Turnover goes out of bounds to the Rams with 4:40 remaining here in the third quarter, and Dowling up 53-24. Southeast Polk with the basketball. Rams work the right side. They get it to Bogwell. Gets it out to Ruddy. Top of the key, guarded by Katie Muller. Down the lane she goes. Layup up, no good. Rebound Ellie Muller. Tell you what, when Katie or Ellie are guarding you, your shot's somewhat altered. You got to get a high enough arc so they don't block the shot, and that time it didn't happen.
That's true.
Here's Carmichael with it in the corner. Katie Muller for three. It's off the back iron, no good. Maddie Rice with the offensive rebound, and she's fouled by Smith. Yosana Love Smith, I should mention, with the foul, and that'll be her first foul, and free throws coming for Maddie Rice, who's yet to score in this contest. So she'll get 2 free throws here. That'll be the second team foul on Southeast Polk here in the third quarter. First free throw up and good. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by the Catholic Tuition Organization, Construction Professionals. Our thanks to Fast Signs in Clive and to Skeffington's Formal Wear. Second free throw no good by Rice. Rebound Southeast Polk with 4 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Rams now, next dead ball, they're going to have a line change. The old hockey line change, 5 new players set to check in for Southeast Polk. Here's Clark with it. Picks up her dribble. Works the right side to Bogwell. Now to Ruddy coming off a ball screen. In the corner it goes to Gracie Wilson for 3. No good. Offensive rebound, Allie Bogwell. And her putback is up and no good. Rebound Dowling underneath Rice to Meredith. Her shot no good. And the rebound out to Southeast Polk and Gracie Wilson. Now to Clark. And a whistle and a foul on Dowling and Maddie Rice.
The third quarter mark, Dowling's outscored them 9-7. So Southeast Polk has played them really tough this third quarter.
Bryce with her first foul. And whole new line change coming in for Southeast Polk. Sloan Gaffney, number 23 in the lineup, along with number 24, Presley Zutenhorst. First time for her tonight. Olivia Tui, who played a little bit in the first half in there. And throwing it in is Ella Wheatley. And now a 5-second call on Wheatley, as she did get the ball inside to Elise Bartles, but it didn't reach the player's hand until the 5 seconds were up. Turnover against the Rams with 3:15 remaining here in the third quarter. 54-24 Dowling. And now Carmichael for three, right wing. It's no good. Offensive rebound and putback by Ellie Muller is good. Ellie with 22 points. Now pressure in the backcourt, and we got a timeout called by Southeast Polk. It'll be a full timeout. We'll take it with them. 3 minutes to play here in the third quarter at the Dowling Catholic Gym in West Des Moines. Our score, Dowling Catholic 26, Southeast Polk 24. Along with Mike Burkert, I am Mark Amadale, back with more following this break on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Did you know that God constructed women's arms differently than men's? I am Father Thomas Loya with a Theology of the Body moment for the Tabor Life Institute. The axis of a woman's outstretched arms angles inward at the elbow, whereas in men the axis is straighter. This enables women to bring things to themselves easier than men. Everything about a woman's body, her mind, heart, and soul, is designed for connectedness and to bring the world close to her heart. The language of her body says that God is close, tender, and loving. But she also has what John Paul II called a genius. It is her gift of receptivity, stamped in the very design of her body. The Pope said that this makes woman the archetype of the human race because God designed the human race simply to receive his love. To find out more about the theology of the body, visit taborlife.org. taborlife.org.
Spinning the music tonight on Iowa Catholic Radio, our studio producer, alongside Mike Burkert, Mark Amadale, as we return to the Dowling Gym in West Des Moines. Here's a steal by the Maroons coming out of the Southeast Polk timeout. Dowling 56, Southeast Polk 24 in game one, the girls' game. Katie Muller for three, it's no good. Offensive rebound, Olivia Meredith and Dowling. Brand new shot clock for the Maroons. Here is Austin for three, it's no good, but rebounded by Sears. Adrian with it. Skip pass in the corner to Nikki Muller for three, and it's good. Three opportunities for Dowling, and Mike, that's not good odds for the opponent.
No, I think if you statistically looked at it on offensive rebounds for in any level, it's always that second or third shot. If you give it up, you're going to end up getting the score up.
There's a long three, up and good by Presley Zutenhorst. Zutenhorst with her first three of the night. Didn't play in the first half. And for Nikki Muller, that was her first 3 points of the night. 59-27 Dowling. And now Katie Muller for three right in front of the Dowling bench, up and good. Katie with 18 points. And that is her fifth made three of the night for Katie Muller. 62-27 Dowling. Minute 30 remaining here in the third quarter. Don't forget the boys' game to follow on Iowa Catholic Radio. Jimmy Cataldo will join us for that. Here's a steal by the Maroons. Molly Austin in the front court to Nikki Muller. Back to Austin. Won't shoot the three. They work it around to Meredith. Olivia on the right block to Katie Muller. Katie will launch the three. Up. Good. Timeout Dowling. Katie Muller hits that three. She's got 21 points, Mike, and that is her sixth made three of the night.
I think that takes us over the 35 points. That's going to be a running clock now.
Indeed. 65-27 our score. The mercy rule in effect, so the clock will run except on free throws or timeouts. And now Dowling with wholesale substitutions as they bring in Kate Clendenin and Emerson Flattery. There's a shot by Southeast Polk. It's no good. Rebound Rams, and put back up and in by Izzy Bogwell. We talked about her sister who starts. Izzy comes off the bench, a senior, shoots and scores. Just 65-29 Dowling. Here's Flattery with it for the Maroons. In the corner to Nikki Muller for three. It's no good. Clendenin with the rebound, but she stepped on the baseline to be out of bounds to Southeast Polk.
It was a good effort. She got the offensive rebound and really worked hard to get that, but just a little too far underneath the basket.
Southeast Polk with the basketball. Izzy Bugwell hands it off to Caroline Nave. Dribbles in the baseline, can't get the shot off. Back to Bogwell, and Izzy's shot no good. Drew the foul, and she'll go to the free throw line. Izzy, the senior, and her younger sister, Allie, who started tonight, a sophomore. Fouls on Flattery of Dowling, her first foul. And the first free throw good by Izzy Bogwell, who has 3 points off the bench tonight for head coach Brad Johnson. Second free throw no good. And the rebound Dowling. Here's Katie Moeller in the corner. Over in the Flattery for three, and it rolls through. Gets the Mike Burkert roll.
That's true. There you go.
So 3 points for number 3, Emerson Flattery. We've come to the end of the third quarter with our score. Dowling 68, Southeast Polk 30, alongside Mike Burkert. I am Mark Amadale. We'll return with the fourth quarter in 1 minute here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Support for programming provided by Iowa Wealth Management, a fee-only investment advisory firm helping clients grow and protect their wealth, offering personalized investment strategies as well as financial and estate planning. Learn more at iowawealth.com, committed to creating peace and purpose in your finances.
Fast Signs is a custom sign and visual solutions company with an extensive selection of digital signage, interior and exterior signs, banners, and vehicle wraps. Learn more at fastsigns.com. Thank you, Fast Signs in Clive, for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Bozen the Florist. Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, weddings, whatever the message, say more with Bozen. Bozen.com, 515-244-ROSE. Bozen makes the moment mean more.
Iowa Catholic Radio, connecting listeners to Christ every day with people like you.
Hi, this is Sister Mary Guadalupe from the School Sisters of Christ the King in Lincoln, Nebraska. Thank you for listening to Iowa Catholic Radio.
And we're back here at the Dowling Catholic High School gym in West Des Moines. Tuesday night, Central Iowa Metro League basketball. Class 5A girls going on right now. We start the fourth quarter. Dowling girls leading 68-30 over Southeast Polk. Maroons outscore Southeast Polk 23-13 in that third quarter after Dowling led 45-17 at the half off of a 25-3 second quarter. Now here's the Maroons with the basketball. Olivia Meredith has her ball stolen away by Brooklyn Ruddy, back in for the Rams. As we have the running clock until it gets below 25-point lead. So a running clock right now for Dowling. The ball will not stop on plays that go out of bounds, but they will stop on free throws and timeouts. All right, here's Yasana Love-Smith back in the lineup for the Rams. They work it around to Wilson, 10 on the shot clock. Allie Bogwell back in. Bogwell leaves it for Clark. Turnaround shot, no good. Ball was blocked by Adrian Sears, but she got a little bit of body, and Sears will be whistled for her second foul. And free throws coming for Hallie Clark. Dowling 8 of 11 at the free throw line through three quarters. Southeast Polk 3 of 7 at the free throw line through three quarters. Make it 4 of 8 with the first free throw good by Hallie Clark. Second free throw on its way, also good. I don't know, I think Hallie's got a better free throw percentage than Mom.
Just tonight.
There we go.
I didn't see Mom hit one yet.
Yeah. She's up there with her dad, Roger, behind us. And now here's a steal by Southeast Polk. Layup good. Gracie Wilson with her fifth point. 68-34 Dowling. 6.5 to go. Fourth quarter. Muller, a little high-low underneath the Tess Carmichael. In the corner to Maddie Rice for three. Good. Corner three from Maddie Rice. And that is her fourth point of the night after hitting a free throw earlier. 71-34 Dowling. 6:20 left to go. There's Allie Bogwell. Gets it underneath to Clark. Her shot up, no good. Fight for the rebound. Olivia Meredith battling in there with the Rams. Brooklyn Ruddy. It'll be possession arrow favoring Southeast Polk as Meredith and Carmichael check out. And we've got a timeout on the floor, and this will be a full timeout. We'll take it with them. 5:55 to go here in the fourth quarter, 71-34. Dowling with the lead over Southeast Polk. Back in 1 minute along the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
When I was looking at going from renting a house to buying a house for the first time, I was terrified by that kind of financial commitment. I called my dad, told him about my fear, and he said, "You know, I got your back. If things don't work out, I can always bail you out." So I gave it my all with a new spirit of peace, knowing that I had this safety net because I have a father who's looking out for me. Thank God for good dads. You know, guys, you have a heavenly Father who's looking out for you. Jesus said, "Your Father knows what you need before you even ask Him." Look, you have problems to face every day. You have obstacles to conquer. You have things that stress you out. That's okay, we all do. There's no escaping that in life. But as you approach those things and you give it your all, do it with the spirit of someone who has a Father who's got his back. Because guess what? You do. Send us a message at connect@reallifecatholic.com. This is Chris Stefanik from reallifecatholic.com.
Welcome back to the Dowling Catholic Gym in West Des Moines out of the Southeast Polk timeout. Dowling 71, Southeast Polk 34 here in this girls Central Iowa Metro League Class 5A game. Rams with the basketball underneath their own basket. Here's Clark tied up. Leaves it for Ruddy underneath. Her shot knocked out of bounds. It'll be Southeast Polk basketball. And Mike, go ahead and start going through the stats through three quarters.
Yeah, through the third quarter. In the third quarter, Dowling was 8 of 18 overall, 45%. They were 5 of 11 for 3. 2 of 4 from the free throw line. They had 12 rebounds, just 1 turnover.
Basket by Allie Bogwell. That is her.
Southeast Polk was 4 out of 12, 33%, 1 of 4 from the three-point range. They had 5 rebounds and 4 turnovers.
Bogwell with her 7th point, all in the second half, after being held scoreless in the first half by the Maroons. Dowling with the ball, Katie Moeller, Ellie Moeller, Maddie Rice, Nikki Moeller, and Adrian Sears. And here is a shot just inside the three-point line, the left wing. It's no good by Ellie Moeller. And the rebound out to Southeast Polk. Rams have it. Allie Bogwell with it. They work underneath the Clark. Her shot up and no good. And Maddie Rice with the rebound and Dowling with it. 71-36 Dowling. Maroons reverse the ball. They get it underneath. The ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Southeast Polk basketball. I'm just getting a little careless there, Mike.
Yeah, it's their 3rd turnover in the first 5 possessions of this quarter.
If you joined us late, Dowling jumped out to a 20-14 lead at the end of the first quarter. And the Maroons outscored Southeast Polk 25-3 in the second quarter to lead at halftime, 45-17. Now underneath, Clark, her shot up and no good, and rebound Dowling. Maroons outscored the Rams 23-13 in the third quarter. And now the Maroons working underneath. Ellie Moeller, her shot up and good. She now has 24 points on her 3rd field goal of the second half. That is her 10th field goal of the game. She has 24 points, 73-36. Another line change set to check in for the Rams in the next dead ball. Here's Sears for 3. Up, in and out, no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds, and they say it went off of Katie Muller. And wholesale substitutions for Southeast Polk. Clock continues to run on the dead ball. And now Dowling will call timeout to get their subs in. All right, they got both rosters now. Here we go.
They can earn your pay.
Well, where's Tom Donahue? Because he knows most of these kids, as he just got done coaching them here about an hour ago.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Southeast Polk.
Southeast Polk too, sure. 73-36, 3.5 minutes to go. Both teams empty their rosters, empty the bench. There's Presley Zutenhorst in there for the Rams. As they run their weave, they get it to Sloan Gaffney, picks up her dribble, and now over to Olivia Toohey. Toohey now cut off by Flattery, who's in there, Emerson Flattery. 10 on the shot clock. Dowling overplaying everything, and now pass underneath by Elise Bartles, stolen away by Dowling. Clendenin with the steal. Here's Flattery with the steal. Clendenin with the basketball underneath to Carmichael. In the corner for 3, it's no good by Flattery, and the rebound on the floor picked up by the Rams. Nice job by Ella Wheatley. Gets it to Gaffney. Back to Wheatley. Now a long three by Toohey up and no good. Rebound Dowling and Kate Clendenin. They get it to Carmichael. In the corner to Molly Austin. Dribbles baseline, is cut off nicely by Sloan Gaffney. Now a corner three, no good. Offensive rebound by the Maroons. Molly Austin is no good, but she drew the foul. That'll be on Ella Wheatley, her first. And free throws coming for Nancy Austin's granddaughter, Molly. First one up and good. I saw her dad here, Adam. I think he's still around.
Yeah, they're over there.
That's what I thought. Second free throw by Molly, good. So Molly Austin, 2 points in the first half, 2 points here in the fourth quarter. She has 4 points.
Grandma looked down and is marking off. She keeps stats for the game.
I can't imagine that. The question remains, her stats are going to be more accurate than mine.
Most grandmas are.
Oh, on the dot. 75-36 Dowling. 2 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. Rams with the basketball. Here's Zutenhorst. Leaves it for Wheatley. Goes on baseline. It's stolen away by Clendenin. She has the ball knocked out of her hands. And a whistle and a foul on Sloan Gaffney. And that'll be her first. That's be the second team foul on Southeast Polk here in the fourth quarter as the clock continues to run. With the mercy rule in effect. There's Clendenin dribbling the front court to Austin, to Meredith. Now over in the corner to Flattery. Dribbles baseline underneath to Meredith. Can't get off the shot. And Flattery picks up the loose ball. Look inside. Now skip pass underneath. Layup good. Oh, missed it off the rim. Saved by Meredith out of bounds. Good ball movement by this group of reserves for Dowling, and they just couldn't get it off the glass.
I thought that was going to go in too. She was right there.
Out of bounds to Southeast Polk. Final minute of the ball game. Again, we'll have the boys game here on Iowa Catholic Radio. It'll be game 2. We'll have a brief post-game show, and here's a shot blocked by Austin. Rams had Izzy Bogwell had her shot blocked by Molly Austin. Rebound out to Dowling. In transition, a long three up and over the backboard. No good with 40 seconds to play. And Roman Wilkin will take a 2-minute break. Once the game is over, we'll take a 2-minute break. That'll give Mike and I a chance to get all the statistics and scoring done. We'll come back for a brief post game. And then we'll pregame the boys' game between Dowling and Southeast Polk as the Dowling girls won the first meeting back on January 9th, 63-25, and they are 15 seconds away from winning this one. Runes in the front court with Tess Carmichael. To Kate Clendenin. To Flattery, back to Clendenin. Now they switch over to Carmichael, to Meredith. Now the reverse pass stolen away, and that'll do it. Final score, Dowling 75, Southeast Polk 36. The Rams now have lost 4 in a row, and they're 1-10 since the January 1st. The Southeast Polk record falls to 3-16 for the Dowling girls. They improved their record to 17-3, and they have one more regular season game remaining, and that is this Friday night. We'll carry it on Iowa Catholic Radio, part of a girl-boy doubleheader. Second-ranked Waukee Northwest taking on third-ranked Dowling Catholic Friday night, and we'll be here for that. But final score in Game 1, Dowling 75, Southeast Polk 36. Alongside Mike Burkert, I am Mark Amadale. We'll take a 2-minute break. Take a 2-minute break and return to the Dowling Catholic Gym for our postgame show on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
This is Franciscan Media's Saint of the Day for February 10th. Today we celebrate Saint Scholastica. Twins Scholastica and her brother Benedict were born in Italy in 480. Little is known of their early life, though we do know that brother and sister were separated when Benedict left home to study in Rome. Years later, when Benedict established a monastery at Monte Cassino, Scholastica used his rule to found a religious community for women 5 miles away. The two visited each other annually. Because women were not permitted inside the monastery, a nearby farmhouse became their meeting place. There, brother and sister would spend hours praying and discussing spiritual matters. Around the year 542, they had their final meeting. Sensing her death was close at hand, Scholastica begged Benedict to stay with her until the next day. He protested that he couldn't spend a night outside the monastery without violating his community's rules, but a severe thunderstorm broke out and prevented him from leaving. Scholastica considered it God's answer to her prayer. Brother and sister parted the next morning. 3 days later, Scholastica died. She was buried in the tomb Benedict had prepared for himself. There's more about the saints along with inspiration and Catholic resources at our website, saintoftheday.org. From Franciscan Media, this has been Saint of the Day.
Iowa Catholic Radio is supported by our listeners and business underwriters as we connect listeners to Christ while bridging the gap between the church and the marketplace, seeking God in both. If you own a business that you'd like to use to help further this mission, email Deacon Mark at iowacatholicradio.com. And we encourage you to thank the many businesses who choose to underwrite programming on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network. Your presence is vital as we participate in the church and the marketplace, seeking God in both.
And welcome back to the Dowling Catholic Gym here in West Des Moines as we begin our post-game show from Game 1, the girls' contest. Final score, Dowling 75, Southeast Polk 36. Dowling girls improved their record to 17-3, and they have one game remaining on their schedule. That'll be home this Friday night against second-ranked Waukee Northwest, and we'll have that game on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network with pregame at 6 o'clock. For Southeast Polk, up next, they take on Waukee at home on Thursday night, February 12th, and then this Friday they travel to 11th-ranked Ankeny Centennial to round out to conclude their regular season, and they open up post-game or regional play rather, the postseason with a game scheduled for Wednesday, February 18th. They'll find out their opponent tomorrow. Let's take a look at the scoring in this contest. First of all, for the visitors from Southeast Polk, whose record falls to 3-16, they were led in scoring by Hallie Clark with 10 points. She was followed by Allie Bogwell with 7 points. 5 points each for Gracie Wilson and Yasana Love Smith. 3 points for Brooklyn Ruddy. And then off the bench, Presley Zutenhorst with 3 points, and Izzy Bogwell with 3 points, as the Rams went 5-9 at the free throw line. For Dowling, the Maroons had 3 players in double figures, led by Ellie Moeller with 24 points. Her sister Katie Moeller with 21 points, 13 points for Adrian Sears. Rounding out scoring for Dowling, Olivia Meredith off the bench with 5 points. 4 points for Molly Austin off the bench. Nikki Moeller with 3 points. Emerson Flattery with 3 points. Maddie Rice with 3 points. As Tess Carmichael did not score, who came off the bench, as Dowling unofficially 10 of 13 at the free throw line. The Maroons outscoring the Rams 7-6 in that fourth quarter. Mike Burkert, you got to look at the unofficial totals tonight.
I do, Mark. Dowling for the game shooting was 27 out of 56, 48%. They're 11 out of 29 from the 2-point range. Compare that to Southeast Polk. They were 12 of 41, 29%, and 3 of 12 from the 3-point range. So it's kind of a mirror of that first game where Dowling shot the ball pretty well. Southeast Polk was under 30%. Free throws, I had Dowling 10 out of 13, 77%. Southeast Polk was 4 out of 10 for 40%. I think the first game, I can't remember exactly, I think it was 43 to 12 rebounds. This game, it was 42 to 12 is what I had unofficially. So they out-rebounded by 30 in this game also. Turnovers, Dowling had 9, Southeast Polk 11. So overall, I thought Dowling played pretty well. They got the ball inside to Ellie Moeller for shots, had some open threes that they hit for a change. I shouldn't say for a change, but they were able to hit those effectively when they needed to kind of spread the game out a little bit. So overall, a good game. Now they have to get ready for that Friday night against Waukee Northwest. It'll be a real challenge for them.
It certainly will. It's Waukee Northwest defeated Dowling in the earlier meeting last month at the Waukee Northwest gym, and I think that the Dowling girls may have that game circled, as the Maroons lost that game 43-40 at Northwest. Well, the rematch is Friday night, and Mike will be here at 6 o'clock Friday night for the final home girl-boy doubleheader. After that, the teams go their separate ways, with Dowling boys having a couple of non-conference, or has a non-conference game and a conference game with Ankeny next week. But that'll be the last doubleheader together, and it'll be a packed house on Friday night. I'm sure we're all looking forward to that.
Should be a good game. Again, we talked about earlier that between Johnston, Joaquin Northwest, and Dowling, they're probably going to play each other 3 times. Because I'm guessing, just to get wild guess here, Johnston 1, maybe, and the pairings will come out tomorrow, so they'll probably stick with Joaquin Northwest 2 and Dowling 3. So there'll be a 2-3 matchup, and then a 2-3 most likely versus 1.
That is true, and you are correct. Pairings are coming out for classes 4A and 5A. Pairings meaning brackets. That doesn't mean just groupings. Girls tell you the whole bracket, so we'll find that out sometime tomorrow, and we'll mention it to you Friday night when we're back on the air. We'll let you know the brackets for Dowling, Joaquin Northwest, and a few others. We'll try to go through that. So, Mike Burkert, thanks for all you do. I see my partners here. I was going to ask you to stay for the second game, but he showed up. So.
Was there a question?
Well, there's always a question anytime you go out of town and make it a day-long trip like he does.
That's true.
But the weather's been pretty good, as we all know. So
Thank goodness.
Don't pull any muscles out there in the golf course. I know you're going to get some more shots in.
Okay, well, thanks, Mark.
You bet. Mike Burkert, my broadcast partner for Game 1. We'll take a 1-minute break and come back. Pre-game game number 2 to be Dowling and Southeast Polk. Final score in the girls' game, Dowling 75, Southeast Polk 36. And this is Mark Hamadale. For now, we'll take a 1-minute break. Jimmy Cataldo will join me for the boys' game coming up here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Bozen the Florist. Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, weddings, whatever the message, say more with Bozen. Bozen.com, 515-244-ROSE. Bozen makes the moment mean more.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Ashworth Vision Clinic. Complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and urgent eye issues. 515-440-4610. AshworthVision.com.
Fast Signs is a custom sign and visual solutions company with an extensive selection of digital signage, interior and exterior signs, banners, and vehicle wraps. Learn more at fastsigns.com. Thank you, Fast Signs in Clive, for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio.
Programming supported in part by Skeffington's Formalwear, in business since 1951 with locations in Des Moines, West Des Moines, Coralville, and Ankeny. Skeffington's Formalwear, online at skeffingtons.com. Thank you, Skeffington's Formalwear, for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio.
Welcome back to the Dowling Catholic High School Gym. Game number 2, just about ready to start. Dowling and Southeast Polk, Tuesday night, Central Iowa Metro League basketball. Alongside Jimmy Cataldo, I'm Mark Hamadale. But we have a very special guest. Nothing against you, Mr. Cataldo, but we have the one and only, the Dowling campus minister, Father Reed Flood, joining us here at the gym. Welcome, Father.
Oh, this is so good. And, I'm kind of feeling it right now because my former head football coach is sitting right next to me here, Coach Cataldo. And he's very versatile, calling the shots, not only on the football field, but on the basketball court, too.
If there's one thing I've learned around here, Father Flood, it's hard for me to call you Father, but with all due respect, Father Flood, is you got to be versatile. You got to wear multiple hats around here. In the fall, it's football. In the winter, it's basketball.
Well, I can tell you, I don't have thoroughly deep basketball knowledge, but I did get to speak with the team beforehand, preached on perseverance. And my basketball experience, my legacy kind of ended when I shot a free throw in 8th grade and it went over the backboard. So I love the game, but I'm not the best player.
Was that overhand or underhand that you shot the free throw? I just have to ask.
Well, I played like a wrestler, so.
Well, I know there's wrestling in your family's background. Were you one of the wrestlers here?
I was, yeah.
That's
what
right. I thought.
That's right, yeah. And they've been having great success, too, this season. So the fall sports, the winter sports, it's been great to see them.
It has, and you see a lot of these young athletes in all the sports coming about, and I can't believe you paid him homage, Coach Cataldo. He was your head JV coach, or sophomore football coach, that's right. And was that the year that you lost all those games because of coaching? Remember that? Or did you win?
We never lose.
Right? Oh, okay.
We just,
I'm sorry.
Some days are better than others, but Reed, when his group was around, very talented group of young men, and every year, it's something about these kids that come through the school that leaves an imprint on yourself and me, and Father Flood did that for me.
Father Flood, was it him that left the impression of how to get ready and prepare for a game? Because I heard about your pregame ritual when you were on the varsity, but I don't know if that's for public knowledge, but did he bring that up to you? Did he teach you that?
Yeah, basically these games get so intense that I couldn't quite contain myself. I would, before every game, every football game, I would have to go up next to the trash can and get a little sick, and I didn't want to do it, just I was so locked in and ready to go. That's what happened, but thanks be to God, we got a program that wants excellence and intensity in everything that we do. So that's my goal as a chaplain here, is to help encourage these guys, yes, to be the best athletes they can be, but overall the best humans, right, that they can be. So everything, mind, body, soul, we're here to help them out.
I understand confession was part of your ritual too. Is that true? And a lot of us need confession, some more than others.
Yeah. As he's looking over at Coach.
My goodness.
Hey, man. Hey,
I got to get these in while I have the chance. Go ahead,
here,
Father.
Brother. Yeah. Before every game, I would always hit up a confession to our chaplain, and thanks be to God, before every football game, we would have like 10 guys hitting up the sacrament every single time, getting locked in, ready to go. So, the most memorable one was right before our homecoming game, and the chaplain wasn't there. So he showed up at halftime, and I didn't get my confession in, so I go over and pull my helmet off, get off the field. Hey, Father, you mind hearing my confession right now? Whips out his stole and absolves my sins right there on the sidelines as Coach Jack is screaming in my ear for me to get back in on defense.
We need more of that.
We need more of that. And then Reed came out, got 2 interceptions and a fumble recovery.
Yeah, man.
But as I heard the story, Jimmy, Reed, or Father Flood, was almost ready to be benched in the first half. Is that true? Because he didn't go to. He was not playing the best first half. Is that true?
Never. The story goes.
That's what I heard.
And I told the story not too long ago. Is Father Flood was always on our kickoff team, and he hit hard, very passionate football player.
He was a starting linebacker, and you had him on.
Well, but the point being is if we won the toss, we had to receive, because Father Flood was never available for kickoff because he was
right. Yeah, the pregame ritual.
He was finding the trash.
I was over there saying hello to the trash.
So it was like, hey, is Reed ready? No, he's not ready. Okay, well, we will receive them.
Yeah, man. No, thanks be to God, we've had very supportive coaches, faculty and staff throughout the whole time, and I've been loving to see what Coach Einerson has really been doing for these guys. Every game, he rallies the guys, and you can look at their jerseys, their warm-ups. They got the scripture verse right there on the back. Keeps the top priorities. Obviously, we're here to win the game, to do our best, but at the end of the day, hey, this is a learning tool, right, to help us become better men.
Father Flood, this is the best pregame I've had with Coach Cataldo in many, many games. More knowledge being shared, no X's and O's. It's just about things about life we should be doing.
It's the first time he wanted to give me more than 6-minute pregame. I beg him. I said, we need 15 minutes to talk about these games. He goes, no, we can't give you that much.
Oh, man.
Now he wishes he had it.
Bring me back, man. Reliving the glory days with my good mentors here. What a joy, man.
Talk about your pilgrimage you just got back.
Yeah, you just got back. That's right.
I just got back from pilgrimage. Every year I try to do a pilgrimage for these students, and the first couple years was able to go to Rome, and 2 years ago I walked the Via Francigena, so it's a 500-mile walk with my buddy who is the director of the Serve of Freedom program. This is the largest program at Dowling, largest club. We have 400 students every week doing a small group Bible study. And so I got to go with this guy as a leader, and we did the last little bit barefoot because why not, man? You got to go all out. And then this most recent pilgrimage came back, went to Norway, saw the tomb of St. Olaf. Here to pray for the Dowling guys and to show them, hey, the Lord, He wants everything in your life. If you're a good basketball player, He wants that. If you're a good student, He wants that. He wants all of you. So that's the goal, man, is to give it all over to Him.
Father Flood, thank you for being part of our broadcast. We start every game with your blessing on Iowa Catholic Radio. I don't know if you knew that. 6 o'clock every Friday or Tuesday night. So
we'll go big, man. I love it. Thank you guys for having me, and go Maroons.
All right. Father Reed Flood, thank you.
It's always a joy. Keep it real, guys.
We got to take a 1-minute break. Come back with starting lineups, Jimmy. We'll be back after this 1-minute timeout. Dowling and Southeast Polk coming up here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.